He is barely 22 years old, and today he is a little nugget of the soccer planet. Kylian Mbappé, this gifted footballer, has had to fight hard to become a truly international phenomenon. Today we decided to tell you the whole truth about Kylian Mbappé. Make yourself comfortable, here we go. Kylian Mbappé Lawton was born on December 20, 1998, in Paris and grew up in a family of great professional athletes. His father, Wilfried Mbappé Lawton, of Cameroonian origin, is a former regional soccer player, who has become a coach for the under-15s at the Bondy Sports Association. His mother, Faiza Lamari, is also a great Algerian handball player, having played for the same club in the first division until 2001. As for Jair's Kembo Ikoko, whom he considers as his big brother, being raised by his parents, is also a professional soccer player since 2006. As a child, Kylian entered the private Catholic school of Bondy. Very early on, he was noticed for his many talents. With intellectual abilities that are well above average, Kylian, who says he doesn't like school, has the typical profile of a gifted person. He is a child who is sickly, teasing, full of life, and excellent in his results. He is very different from other children of his age. He is sociable, with a remarkable temperament and an extraordinary mental speed. But one of his main qualities is his tenacity. At 10 years old, when Kylian says he is going to do something, he really does it. The little boy from Bondy lives opposite the Léo Lagrange Stadium. His friends in the neighborhood say that he is a phenomenon on the soccer fields but that he is very discreet outside. He doesn't hang around, he doesn't get into trouble, he doesn't hang out with just anyone, and he doesn't waste his time. His life revolves around school, soccer, and his house. Moreover, the Léo Lagrange Stadium, the place he frequents the most, is witness to the thousands of goals he has scored there. From his bedroom window, little Kylian watches the stadium while promising himself that one day he will become a big soccer star. Everyone knows Kylian is destined for a successful life. In love with the sport, the child officially joined soccer at the age of 6 at his Bondy. And at the age of 10, Kylian was already being spotted by the biggest clubs in Europe. In 2011, he is selected in the 1998 generation of the INF Clairefontaine Center, the first springboard that leads him to leave his hometown to integrate the Catherine de Vivonne College in Rambouillet. At the end of the training in Clairefontaine, he enters in contact in 2013 with several French and international clubs such as the Girondins de Bordeaux, the Stade Malherbe de Caen, Real Madrid, and Chelsea. He finally signed with the training center of AS Monaco, whose first team won the Ligue 1 a few years later, a historic victory for the Monegasque club, which took place among others thanks to the legendary MB Appian techniques. Well in his cleats, Kylian progresses in this club, and in 2014, he finds himself selected twice in the French under-17 team. The beginning of the 2015-2016 season will be remarkable, as the young player will score 3 consecutive goals with the under-19 team of AS Monaco. Always brilliant in his school studies, Kylian obtains in 2016 his baccalaureate STMG, a first success for the young man who needed this diploma for his post-career projects, including that of becoming a coach, as he has publicly declared. To achieve his dream, Mbappé had to struggle, fall, and get up several times. His beginnings were punctuated by successes and disappointments, but at no time did the player give up. And yes, nothing comes easily. Kylian Mbappé, just 17 years old, made his debut in Ligue 1 in December 2015 in a 1-1 draw against Stade Malherbe de Caen. In that match, he became the youngest player to wear the professional jersey of AS Monaco in Ligue 1. In February 2016, he scored his very first professional goal against S. Troyes AC. With the Monegasque under-19 players, Kylian won the Gambardella Cup by scoring 2 goals in the final against RC Lens. A few weeks later, the player won the European Championship of Soccer under 19 years, during which he scored 4 goals, which is nothing. Following this, the Mbappé machine is officially on the move. The young player enchains victories and records. His young age is not an obstacle for him, on the contrary. He collects legendary goals, becomes the second youngest French striker of the competition, and amazes with his own style of play. Indeed, the player has a crazy talent and techniques never seen before. Able to play on all fronts, Kylian has this gift to combine speed and technicality. He perfectly exploits the space in the back of his opponents, making sensational accelerations and running faster than the defenders with a top speed of 38 km/h, which makes him one of the fastest players in the world. As for his dribbling, his coach confides that it is exceptional. The well-calculated striker also does an excellent job of recovering the ball. As he progressed on the field, Mbappé's game revealed passing skills that made him the best passer in the Champions League between 2017 and 2020 with 15 assists at just 17 years old. Back in 2017, when Kylian allows the Monegasque team to win the Ligue 1 ahead of PSG and becomes four-time defending champion, he finishes fifth in the ranking of scorers with 15 goals. This victory will annoy some and entice others. Indeed, during the off-season, the young French striker will be presented on the shelves of major European soccer clubs, including PSG, Real Madrid, and Manchester City. All will have their eyes on him and will want to snatch him. After 1,000 contradictory announcements, it was finally announced that Mbappé joined PSG on August 31, 2017, for the handsome sum of €180 million. Following this, the French player will officially unite with the Parisian club for 5 years, with a salary of €10 million per season. This makes him the second most expensive player in soccer. Within his new club, the wearer of the number 29 is a sensation. On the pitch, Mbappé impresses. He opens his first match by scoring a goal against Metz, and another in the following match in the Champions League. PSG's youngest scorer in the European Cup then put in a stunning performance in the clash against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, providing 2 assists for his teammates. In December 2017, Kylian was crowned 7th best Frenchman at the Golden Ball, and on his 19th birthday, he received as a gift the title of Best French Scorer of the Year with 33 goals. Alongside his club career, the young player joined the French national team of the under-17 and under-19, eventually being selected by Didier Deschamps to play in the 2018 World Cup. And there, the fever Mbappé makes sensation. Throughout the world, Mbappé scored a slew of stunning goals, breathtaking dribbles, and sensational passes. His incredible talent on the field allows his team to win the cup against Croatia with 4-2. He becomes on this occasion the third youngest player in history behind Pelé in 1958, which also gratifies him a lot. And it is not for nothing, because from the top of his 19 years, the young world champion manages to beat the records of the greatest players when they had the same age. That year, Mbappé ranked 4th in the Golden Ball and won his first Copa trophy. Incidentally, he becomes in 2019, the first French player to reach the 50-goal mark after 88 matches, the youngest player to reach the 50-goal mark in Ligue 1 over the last 45 seasons at 20 years and 2 months, the youngest player in the history of the French Championship to score 50 goals at 20 years and 2 months, the first player to score 22 goals after his first 20 matches played over a season in Ligue 1 without taking a penalty kick. The 2020-2021 season will be the continuation of dazzling success, since it is during this season there that Mbappé will score his 100th goal during a confrontation with Montpellier HSC. That same year, Kylian Mbappé also becomes the top scorer of the French Championship with 18 goals and is elected 21st legend of all time of the French team according to the internet users of the newspaper L'Équipe. However, alongside his countless successes, the child of Bondy had to go through periods riddled with missteps, and wipe the criticism of the media that questioned his place as a starter in the PSG. Because like any great athlete, it happened to Mbappé to make some mistakes. We are talking precisely about this famous match between PSG and Rennes in the semi-final of the League Cup, where the player receives his first red card for a foul on Ismaïla Sarr. The 2019-2020 season has also been marked by several hard moments. On July 24, in the 29th minute of the French Cup final against Saint-Étienne, Kylian in full swing is brutally tackled by the defender Loïc Perrin. Frustrated, the player, victim of a sprained ankle, left the field in tears and was excluded from the following matches. An unfortunate accident that reminds him of the one in January 2018 where he is put on the ground following a violent shock from the Lyon goalkeeper Anthony Lopez, and which will earn him a serious concussion. And like all footballers around the world, 2020 was not an easy year for Mbappé as he had to spend almost 9 months without playing due to the pandemic. Hard for a soccer fan. But once he stepped on the pitch again, the player led his team on September 5, 2020, to a score of 1-0 against Sweden for the 2020-2021 Nations League, a spectacular comeback to say the least. However, 2 days later, the Cameroonian player was diagnosed with the COVID virus, which forced him to withdraw from the second match against Croatia. But the tenor of soccer never lets go. Shortly after falling, Mbappé put his boots back on, found the way back to the net, and chained the victories and explosive goals. All the hard knocks that the player had to endure did not destabilize him for all that. The champion continues today to feed the dream machines, especially thanks to his performances in the French national team. Moreover, during the qualifying matches for Euro 2020, the player stands out by scoring twice in 2 games. He then won with his team the match against Moldova and then against Iceland. Although he was heavily criticized during the resumption of these qualifiers after the defeat in Turkey, Kylian was still able to recover by opening the score against Andorra, which will be the 100th goal of his professional career, thus surpassing the gods of the field Messi and Ronaldo at the same age. Recently, on February 16, 2021, the Magic Mbappé worked again when he faced in the round of 16 of the Champions League against Barcelona, where he again made a real footballing feat, achieving a hat-trick that will once again lead his team to a victory of 4-1. In short, a real nugget that all clubs would like to have, even if it means spending huge amounts of money. By the way, today if a club plans to buy him, it will have to spend no less than €265 million, which is enough to delight PSG, who had to put their hand in their pocket to have him on their grounds. Today, with only a few years of career, Mbappé is already considered a true soccer legend. But in addition to being admired for his athletic talents, Kylian is also loved for his generosity and altruism. As a sponsor of the association Premiers de Cordée, which offers sports initiation to hospitalized children, and actively contributing to charitable works, the young Frenchman warms the hearts of thousands of people who follow him around the world. He is as loved by his family today as he was a decade ago. Nothing has changed except that today, the talented little footballer from Bondy has become, as he wanted, a true god of French soccer. So, what do you think of Kylian Mbappé? Give us your opinion about him in the comments. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all the notifications and not miss anything of our next content.